Hi, welcome to another amazing episode of Brush Tips with Cheri and Vance.
Vance.
He's the clapper winner of his last show because he's so amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
We're gonna paint an astronaut today. So we have some pretty basic, easy colors here. We only need a few. We have phthalo green, which is super dark green. We have the phthalo blue, black, a turquoise, and a white. All right, and we have some awesome brushes. And you can use any size brushes, but these ones are our favorite. We have our
big brush.
Our big daddy brush. Then we have this second brush, which Nico calls the mama brush.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have our teenager brush. That's a Vance. He's our teenager. Then we have this little baby brush right here, and that's the little baby brush, right?
Yep.
So we like to keep our tools inside of water when we're not using them. So you should always have a little cup of water next to you. We're gonna start out with our Big Daddy brush. What we're gonna do is we pre-drew a circle on here. You can do that with a plate, or if you have like one of those compasses. Is that what it is, a compass? Just get a plate.
It's a protractor.
Well, the protractor is like this, right?
No, there's like two protractors, I think.
It like has a pin and then it goes around.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's a compass.
No, that's a protractor.
We'll have to Google that later. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna paint this background first, and then we're gonna paint on the inside. Okay? You ready? All right. We're gonna take our white. Actually, we're just gonna take this blue right here. This turquoise color.
Perry the platypus.
And we're gonna go around our helmet. We don't have to mix white with it. If you go over your pencil mark, that's okay. If you go down here, like I just did, that's okay too. We're gonna cover this here with when we draw this little guy on, okay? If you need more paint, just grab some and just apply it. How you doing over there?
Good.
You're like a natural artist. Vance does really good painting. He does good portraits of people.
When do I paint portraits of people?
You're like, your eyes covered up and stuff. You're living your best long hair. He's in band. So all the band kids, do they all have long hair?
I think like
a lot of them are just
40%.
40%?
Yeah.
Have you ever done a count?
No.
Like if you sat there and counted?
No.
I'm gonna wet my brush a little bit and touch my paper towel again. Then I'm gonna just run along here and keep adding that lighter blue. I'm gonna switch it now to the darker blue, just the phthalo blue, and I'm gonna lightly shade it in. You see how it changes the color of the blues when I start to shade it in real soft? You notice I'm not applying a ton of paint. I'm just kind of using what's on the canvas to start shading. You can even use just a little bit of water here to help fill in those spots that are hard to fill in because maybe your paint's not wet enough or your brush. Okay? How you doing, Vance?
Good.
You're doing great, buddy.
Thanks.
You're like a professional painter. I think you might have a little bit too much paint on your brush.
Yeah.
I think so too. We picked the astronaut painting for Vance because I don't really know. I just feel like he likes astronauts. Do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever go into outer space?
No.
Okay, good. Because I would discourage you from that.
I thought you were gonna say you would disown me.
No, I would never disown you. No way. I like you too much. You're like my favorite 15-year-old.
What about Nico? Would you disown him if he went into space?
No, I would encourage both of you to not go into space because I would selfishly just want to keep you. When I get to my sides, I'm going to paint my sides. I just keep going in a circular motion all the way around. When I get up to the corners, I am going to add just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of black. I'm actually going to mix it with my blue just so it's not so heavy black. See how I'm just feathering it in there? And I'm going to do my sides and my top too. Vance, we try to get him to work at the studios, but he doesn't want to. Do you want to?
No.
Why not?
I really like painting.
You don't?
It's not the most fun for me.
It isn't? What's the most fun for you?
I don't know, band?
Band?
Yeah.
You guys have like a different language, right?
What do you mean?
You guys have like a band language, right? I wasn't in band, so I don't know. But I feel like you and your band friends, like you guys have codes for things. Do you? Answer our questions about band now. Give us the inside scoop
I'm not allowed.
on band.
I'm not allowed.
You're not allowed.
I took a vow of silence.
Is that what they make you sign at the beginning of the year? Like, you will not tell the band secrets?
Yeah, you signed it.
In agreeance
Yeah.
to not ask you about the band secrets?
Yeah.
And you play the rack, right?
Yeah, the auxiliary.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought it was called the rack.
That's just a short name.
There's a whole lot to this band thing. And you guys went to World Champs this year, right?
Yes.
In
Ohio.
Ohio, in Daytona. Well, no, not Daytona, that's Florida. In Dayton, Ohio, right?
Yeah.
That was fun for you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you really do like enjoy band though. But do you think you're gonna be like a band teacher?
Probably not.
But you're gonna go into what? English major?
Yeah.
Because Nico, I almost called you Nico. Because Vance is really great at stories, at like writing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like once you get to the bottom, like maybe you don't have enough black in there, you can throw some more black in. Or if you feel like you want to brighten this up a little bit, you can always come in with a little bit more of this brighter and bring it back on top of the dark. You see how that kind of just brightened it up? I'm always going in a circular motion. He's probably gonna write, he's written, did you finish the book you were writing?
No.
No. Okay, but you're writing a book. One or two?
One.
One book. So,
I mean, I get good grades in English.
I think you would do good as like a journalism or writing books. He's got the best imagination ever. It just comes out. Like even writing a speech. He does help his cousin write speeches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Anyone else's speeches?
Nope. Sometimes you read over speeches to me. Speeches, teachings, whatever.
We gotta do the bottom. So I'm gonna hit the bottom and then I'm gonna let this dry really quick. And we're gonna work on the inside of the helmet. You could just kind of lay it like this and make sure you got all your sides done. Do you paint your sides?
Yeah.
Okay, your brother does too. I just didn't know. I don't know if your sister does and your other siblings. I don't know. There's a lot of them and they all do a lot of different things. see. Okay, let it dry. Do you love when I sing to you?
It's something.
Is it the best?
Uh-huh.
I sing to them often.
Constantly.
Constantly. Listen, my whole life is a song, Vance. What song do you have in your head right now?
I have no idea.
Really?
It's going in between like 6 different songs right now, all from
See?
musicals.
My whole life is a song. What musicals?
There's Heathers, there's Six, there's Dear Evan Hansen.
Don't you just want to hug him? Like, seriously? You do all the things that make me want to hug you.
Back away, give me space.
Well, you have hair right across your forehead. Move your long, crazy hair. There you go.
You want me to put it up?
No,
Okay.
it's handsome. Okay, now we're gonna go on the inside of our astronaut's mask. This is like the reflection of it. So we're gonna start with just a line.
What color?
It doesn't matter, whatever's on
Blue.
your brush, just a sad face. I just have a little bit of water and a little bit of blue on my brush. Good. Then I'm gonna fill this in. Fill it in, fill it in. Perfect. Good. Filled that in with some blue. At the top, we're gonna fill that in with some black. So you can grab your black and just fill this in up here. You can switch to a smaller brush if you need to. I am just a lazy painter and I'll just use my big brush for the whole thing. But I won't, I'll switch for all of you so that you can see how the big brush and the little brush kind of affect each other. So let me I'll grab the mama brush. How about that? This one here. I don't know if you could see it. This one. We're gonna grab that mama brush. Clean it off, dry it a little bit. How you doing, pal?
Good.
Good. I like when you're doing good. Fill it in.
It's dripping.
Hmm?
It's dripping.
It is? What do you do when it drips? You could touch your paper towel with your brush. Dry some of that off. How's that working?
It still
You
looks...
can touch your paper towel on your canvas
Oh.
too if you want to. That's helpful too. Just don't dab it too heavy because you'll wipe all the paint off. Okay, so we've got this all colored in, right?
Yeah.
This is the top of our astronaut's head. Then down here we have to kind of make the face. We have to make this part. So I'm going to go kind of heavy with the black right now, just so you can see. I come up from the side. I want to make it look like the helmet is attached to the neck, okay? So that's why I come up the side a little. Then I'm gonna color that in. I have to admit, I have never painted this painting before. Abby painted it. And that's where I got my sample from. She was like, do the astronaut with Vance. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Thank you, Abby.
She is the best. So on this one, you're gonna come around and do like a little half circle. See how I did that? I'm actually gonna add some white in there so you can see the difference. And I feel like it's crooked because I'm standing at a different angle. It is crooked. I'm gonna fill this in right here. I don't mean to have my back to you, but I kind of have to get this to go straight. Then the next one is more white. then black. So you'll go like a super light gray. And you just come around like this, just super soft here. We're gonna fill all of this in and kind of pull it all together in a minute. See how that did that? How are you doing over there, buddy?
Good.
You're doing great. You're like a professional. Why do you do it like you're sketching?
What do you mean?
Like I go super smooth with my brush all the way, but you do it like you're sketching.
I don't know.
There you go. Does that feel better?
Feels slow.
It does?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, because everyone sees art differently, right? So when they go to do it and they're watching somebody paint, they'll change the pattern of how they're painting to how their brain is seeing it and putting it into their hands and onto a canvas. So I just find it interesting that he does it like in a sketching kind of mode, but I do mine. I always say I do mine in like cursive writing. I don't pick up my brush.
I can't read cursive.
We know.
I can read it, but it's hard.
Now we're gonna do a little bit of dark gray here, and we're gonna come down like this and make the top of your guy's suit, okay? This is a cute guy. Or girl. Maybe it's a girl astronaut. I think it's a girl astronaut. What do you think?
I have no idea.
Really? You can't tell?
No.
I think that this needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry a second.
That's white.
I need to fill this in a little more. What?
I said that's white because...
Look at how good you're doing, buddy. I love it. I love it so much. You know what, Vance?
What?
I love that one. I think I'm gonna hang it up. I still have your Rick Ashley one hanging in my
I know.
bedroom.
I know.
And what other one? That one's hanging literally in my bedroom.
You have one Nico
Cut
painted
front
in
here.
there.
What?
You have one Nico painted in there. I cannot make a darker gray.
You painted that one.
Yeah, but you also have one that Nico painted in there.
I do?
Yes.
Okay, I believe you.
Nico, are your feelings hurt?
I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's fine.
Nico, come up to the window and give a thumbs up if your feelings
No.
are hurt. I'm kidding, don't. Oh.
Did he give us a thumbs up? Oh, he gave
did
us a thumbs down. Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna fill this in a little bit more with some black and just kind of pull it all together. And then we have to start doing the inside face. I'm gonna make a little bit more white, gray white. I'm gonna bring this around like this and brighten it up. Oops, that was too separate. This one is a little darker gray, so I'll fix that. And then bring the white, the lighter one in.
My plate is a mess.
It is. And it looks great.
I can't get the white.
You want more white?
Maybe.
Okay, I can give you more white.
Yeah, it's too mixed in with the gray.
Let me give him more white. Here. There you go. I'm gonna let this dry down on the bottom because if I don't, I'm just gonna keep building up the dark grays and I need it to be,
Not dark gray.
yeah. Yeah, I need it to dry. So that way we can kind of come in and clean this up. Okay, the earth. We need to paint the earth. All right, I'm gonna clean this brush and I'm gonna get that teenager brush right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the darker blue and just kind of throw some in here with some water, because I want it to look more like watercolor-ish and a little runny. right? Because when you look at the Earth, which Vance apparently Google Earths all the time. I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you look at. Like,
I look at my old elementary school.
That's no longer even there.
Yeah, I look at our old house. Sometimes I look at our house. When my friends give me their addresses, I look at their houses.
You do?
Yeah.
What is like the craziest thing? I probably don't want to know what the craziest thing you've ever seen on Google Earth is.
I have to think about that.
When when Vance was little, I was like, I want a kid who's like super smart and cute and kind of nerdy. You are, but you're so cute. I can't help it. It's like my favorite thing. All of his knowledge and his smarts cracks me up. And then we have his brother who's super witty and fun. Okay, green. We gotta take some green. We have to make the continents. So you can kind of just scribble your brush, kind of get some shapes going.
Oh wait, land. That's a continent. Okay.
Yeah, land.
I was thinking of constants in the alphabet.
Lands. I'm gonna take a little bit of white and kind of throw it in here too, just so it looks like there's a reflection from the moon that's out here, okay? So it's just filling in here. And then we have to connect it all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the white, I'm gonna go all the way around the outside. We go all the way down here. We actually did this one in kids camp, I believe, today. I don't even know. I think Abby did it. Here we go. Look at that. How are you doing? You're going all the way around? Are you making the continents?
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, you could look at like a real Earth view and try to, copy some of those.
Click to Google Earth.
Do you have your phone?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Oh my goodness. What if somebody were to call you right now? Would you answer it?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. He probably would.
I like to answer spam calls.
Oh my goodness. Is that what you do in your spare time? I feel like I don't even know you anymore. I'm just gonna add some white highlights into our...
I got this one spam call asking me to join a Zoom meeting. And I just said, sorry, I'm blind, I can't. And then from there she said, oh really? And I said, yeah, want me to prove it? And she said, yeah. So then I said, okay, hold up some fingers. And she did. And I said, I bet you're holding up 14 fingers. And she said, I did, how did you know? And I was like, wait, was I right? And she said, yes. And I went, whoa, lucky guess.
Oh my God.
And then she laughed and said, okay, have a good day.
Oh, Vance.
What?
These are probably things I don't want to know.
Why?
Because I don't want to know if you're on Zoom calls with random strangers. All right, I'm just going to add a little bit more like grayish up here to separate the masks, the outer space from the Earth. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my brush over and make a million stars. Yeah, I know you know a song to that. Don't you?
Nope.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
The Greatest Showman.
I don't like that movie.
He hates The Greatest Showman. Are you even American?
I have no idea anymore.
Like, are you an alien?
I don't know. I don't like football. That's gotta be something.
I don't understand football, so I don't blame you. I don't hate it. I understand like when they're playing, who's gonna win, who's not gonna win, but I don't understand all the other info.
I don't know how they get points.
Touchdowns?
Yeah.
That I do know.
Yeah, but sometimes they won't even be close to getting a touchdown and still get like 17 points.
I don't think so.
Yes. Mom, are you the one who has to sit through school football games
No.
playing cymbals?
Nope. not me. All right, I'm gonna put a whole bunch of stars inside the helmet and just keep adding some out here to outer space. What do you think, Vance?
I feel like I should get a second brush and make double the stars.
I think you're doing great. So mine's not as great as Abby's, but I'm crunched for time, and I can clean this up and kind of soften up some of these marks here, come in with some black to help pull some definition in, some separation, okay? And then that's it. Now we have to be amazing artists. And what do amazing artists do?
Sign.
You sign it because you want to own it, right? So you could take a little tiny brush. Vance, I need you to sign your painting.
I almost just licked the paint off this brush.
That would have been gross. I grab my little tiny brush and all I do is my little initials here. I actually do CM with a cute little circle around it. It can be whatever you want, but own your painting. Show everyone all of your awesome work. Continue to be unique, like Vance. Yes? Yippee! Yay! All right, show your painting. Let's see how good you did. He did amazing. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Make sure you watch our next episode. Not sure what we're going to paint yet, but we'll figure it out. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.